A robot named Roz activates itself on an uninhabited island. Looking for instruction and never come, the robot eventually bonds with the local animals while caring for an orphaned baby goose. Hello everyone, my name is Lucaripa and welcome to my review for The Wild Robot, the latest DreamWorks animation work directed by veteran Chris Sanders. Before starting to talk about what is probably the most unexpected hit of the year, be sure to subscribe and follow Weekos so you won't miss any of our reviews and content. You can find Weekos on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok and Twitch. Follow us everywhere and catch all the action. As I said, this movie really surprised me, mostly because I wasn't paying much attention to it. I saw the cardboard art in theaters and saw some clips online and then those in TVs theaters have in the atriums. Might be the age, being 31 I don't pay much attention to animated movies unless they are for adults, they are ginormous like any Disney release, or it tickles my childhood like Sonic 3. I know Sonic 3 ain't an animated movie, not totally anyway, but you get the point. And it's really strange because had I informed myself a bit, Chris Sanders' name alone should have tickled my interest. If you don't know, Chris Sanders has quite the Disney career, having worked as animator on various projects there, having written the stories of Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King and Mulan, and writing and directed Lilo and Stitch while voicing the latter. Then he jumped ship to DreamWorks, working on some projects as animator and designer before writing and directing How to Train Your Dragon and The Croods. In other words, a rather impressive career, and had I known that I would have been hyped for The Wild Robot. Luckily, the theater near me had a preview of the movie. The film doesn't officially release here in Italy until October 10th, and given it was a Sunday and in total soreness from my previous day workout, I decided to go. And let me tell you, remember the hypothetical hype I was talking about? Well, The Wild Robot would have lived up to it tenfold. First of all, the film is absolutely gorgeous, from the art style to the environments and animation style, which continues the one we saw in Puss in Boots 2. Everything is a beauty to behold. The movie takes full advantage of the contrast between Roz's hyper-technology and the uncontaminated natural environment of the island. Of course, that contrast is taken further in the movie once the world is showcased. Those instances are some of the best executions of the show-don't-tell concept I can think about. Those scenes should be used in film school, no doubt, especially because they implicitly explain a key plot point in the third act of the movie. The story is extremely emotional and heartfelt, with the first 10 minutes heavily relying on action as Roz initially can't understand the animals. That really gives a sense of loneliness even with the robot, as the constant lack of purpose starts haunting her. Once the main plot of the movie gets going, there's constant narrative evolution with a meticulous management of information both diegetically and overall that really pushes the emotions to the next level. The result is a poignant story about motherhood and altering through Roz, who may be designed for that but eventually owns it and becomes her own will. And I don't know how to continue this review as the film is just near perfect. Even Chris Bauer's soundtrack is absolutely top-notch. The movie is a hit in the United States, and if you are anywhere else, you should take up the chance and go watch it as soon as it releases. Overall, I gave The Wild Robot a 9 out of 10. It really is a visual and emotional triumph that propels DreamWorks as the favorite for the Best Animated Picture category at next year's awards. That's it for this review. Did you watch The Wild Robot? What did you think about it? Do you agree with my take? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe. My name is Lucaripa, and I'll see you next time.